Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized a private sector interactive forum with governorship aspirants of Lagos State as residents get set to take the polls this year. The forum was themed Private Sector Agenda for Lagos State as Babatunde Sanwo-Olu, the APC candidate, and his opponent Jimi Agbaje, candidate for the People's Democratic Party, took to the stage as they shared their various intentions for the state, which would stir up economic growth and further create a better standard of living for residents in Lagos. Questions asked by the panelists and attendees revolved around how the aspirants intend enhancing public-private partnership, power generation, waste disposal, multiple tax payments in the state, health and health insurance, unemployment, massive migration of individuals into Lagos State, strategy for supporting small and medium-scale enterprises, revenue optimization, amongst others.
One thing you are going to do is to address the issue of ease of business, because it's part of the ease of doing business that makes you decide that regulation is a means of extracting money from the private sector.
It is engagement we need to have. I'm aware, for example, the very, very difficult one, which is the land use charge, right? It has 3 taxes put together in one. We can transparently sit together and work with all of your professionals, right? In the land use charge, you have the ground rent, you have the tenement rate, and you have the improvement charge. All was because they wanted to bundle it together and reduce the ease at which you do it. I take the point that we can communicate a lot better.
Embedded power is saying that you can generate electricity locally for your own use without it going to the national grid. Government will facilitate, not participate, will facilitate generation, will encourage the private sector to generate electricity that will be put for Lagos. We're going to have what you call the storage gas vessel. There will be a storage gas vessel, basically just like we run our homes, where you have a gas cylinder. And that gas will be connected to the grid, so that when there's a shortfall in gas supply from the national grid, that takes over automatically.
I will do everything to take Lagos out of the national grid. They are heavy with me on this. If we do that, I can put 1,000 megahertz within 6 months on the waterways there.
We remember a time that Jakonde gave us water, and we had water in our homes, using the mini water works. In other words, it was decentralized. And I can say that 80% of Lagos does not have access to potable water. Let us accept that we need to take water back to the localities. It is the solution. The mini water works we have today are not functional. They're there, but they're not functional. We need to go back and let us at least know that we can get those water works up and going.
What we will do is 2 things, right? There's a 60 million gallon second addition that is being currently constructed. Right? We will advance finances to quickly complete that project. Right? That in itself will increase by 30% the current water intake of the whole of Lagos. 30% is a 60 million gallon deliverable. That's one. The second thing is to look at, we have 22 mini water works, like the one in Ubani, like the one you have, that's what is a 1 million gallon that you call a mini water works, is to see if we can wrap it up to 2 million gallons. Each 1 million we have, we can double that capacity to 2 million, meaning the 24 we have, if we can wrap it in 4 years, that's 24 million additional.
We've got to have a combination of both the PSPs and technology, using the compactor trucks, having the transfer loading sites, looking at our sand fill sites. We have to begin to look at waste to energy. We have to look at waste to wealth. Those are the solutions.
We started from waste sorting, and it has to start from Madam's kitchen. Madam, it has to start from the kitchen. What we are going to do is create red bags, yellow bags, and black bags. Black bags for your organic waste, yellow bags for your bottles, and green bags for your glasses.
For us, we're looking at education, like I mentioned in my opening statement, as another opportunity to build our economy. We cannot be talking about the future in a knowledge economy, in a global world that believes in knowledge, and not have our children have education fit for purpose. And so we're saying that we're going to revolve so much around education. And when I say so much, I'm talking of a heavy percentage, far above UNESCO percentage in education.
If we can give quality training to the teachers, 2,000 at the minimum on a year-on-year basis, give them new skills, give them new competencies in new learning environments, right? Give them all of those new exposures. That will be one of the first things to do. If you can tackle that, then we know that, the people that are delivering, the content to the pupils are themselves well trained. On STEM, I mentioned it when I was talking, but what we need to do is to make sure that we have a lot more schools that have teachers that can develop the STEM technology, that have ability, that have labs that can teach the STEM education. Right.
On our own watch, every school will be connected to the internet. Every school, as of right, in the first 4 years will be connected to the internet. It is not a perk, it is a right for the children if we are serious about getting them jobs for tomorrow. I think the first thing I'm going to bring the first 60 days is character to leadership in Lagos State. And when I talk about character, I'm talking about looking at the people and saying it is about them. It's service. That power is about service. It is not about self. That is number one. Having said that, then we're going to get the private sector to come and be partners with us because we need them. And we're going to show them that we're going to do everything to make them succeed in terms of getting our children better educated, in terms of the health sector, getting our people healthy. That is very important for us. It's time to look at the infrastructure and to tell the private sector that, look, we need to think big. It's about bold ideas, that we are a mega city. We're one of the worst mega cities. There are 37 mega cities in the world. We're number 36 of the 37. That is just no longer acceptable because we say it must be, the message must be clear that on this table, on my table, again, I will emphasize that I can look you in the face and say that the buck will stop on my table.
I will solve largely the traffic problem. I have gone about to identify traffic wardens, traffic managers that will help us solve the traffic issue, large, low-hanging, that I talk. Remove roundabout, put street light, one. Number two, I will endeavor that I solve the Papa gridlock problem within 60 days. Specific. Number two. Number three, I will do a consultative engagement with stakeholders in the private sector to go about a roadmap that is measurable, that is smart, that is articulate, and that it is result-oriented. Number three, I will ensure that within the first 60 days, right, we have a town hall assembly meeting with the entire civil service. And the fifth one is to engage everybody in Lagos and to say to them that the promises I have promised you is to run an inclusive government.
In an exclusive interview with Plus TV Africa, Jimi Agbaje speaks to Lagosians as elections draw close.
My message for Lagosians is that elections are around the corner. We've got elections on the 16th of February. We've got elections on the 2nd of March. That it is time for Lagosians to come out in large numbers to make their voices heard by coming out to vote on election days. That is my message. We cannot allow people to determine our future. We must be part of the process. And so they should come out in large numbers to vote.
In the end, what matters is a government which takes the need of her people as its priority. Irene Ubani for Plus TV Africa.